Hey, me and Mark got to the point where we on the computer, we put our little thing, our little list. So we're talking, we're looking, we're like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, get a list of things going.
We talked about like doing pre-show stuff together and writing out stuff, and it never fucking.
It never happens.
You can almost put it like on there so you can see it right.
I guess
there
we
on the
could.
right
We
side
could.
and be like,
We don't have a problem talking for an hour.
Not at all.
It's fucking easy. It goes by
It
quick.
goes every fucking.
I have trouble. So.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Well, you and Mark are together. Well,
Yeah.
him and
Well,
I are
Mark
not.
leads, and I'm able to
Okay.
feel it.
Yeah.
You ready, Ken Dog?
Okay, ready?
We're good?
Roll opener.
Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast. With your host, Craig Casamas and Big J Curran.
What up? Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast. We got
What's up?
Our guest today is Tyrone Brown. He does his R&B brunch at Wagon Wheel. Starting a new thing over at the garage. We're going to be doing a Backpacker Sundays, doing a little hip hop and cooking and having a good time.
On
Welcome
Sundays?
welcome to the podcast, Sunday afternoons.
Nice.
Yes.
Yep.
Really? Hell yeah.
Last Sunday of the month.
Nice.
They put me on the last Sunday of the month, which is
Yeah.
it's before the first of the month.
Yeah.
I got on the Bone Thugs and Harmony shirt. So.
Yeah.
The 1st and the 15th, big days, dude. You know what I mean? I remember that. Mom's like, it's the 15th. We're shopping. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Anyway,
You get mayonnaise with your cheese sandwich today.
that's right, man. What's up, man? Nice to have you on.
Hey, good seeing y'all again.
Hell yeah,
my
man.
brothers.
It's been a long time. It's
Yeah.
been, what, a year?
Yeah.
At least a year, 2
Yeah,
years,
it's
maybe?
been a while.
We're just hitting our
Last time was at the
5th
house.
year right now this week of doing this.
Congratulations, fellas.
Yeah, thank you.
We're going to have a party at the bar. We're going to have a party here that's going to bleed over into
Probably
the bar.
into the bar, yeah.
Yeah, so,
guess.
Let me know.
Next Sunday.
I'm here.
yeah. No,
Next-
we're there.
Oh, so next.
Yeah, it's all
Oh,
gonna-
you're
yeah.
doing your thing.
yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah.
works out good.
Yeah,
Nice,
weird,
dude.
huh? Weird how that works out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like Jay planned it or something.
Almost like you did, dude. It's almost like you planned something. Incredible. I am fucking feeling a little rough today, dude. Me and my wife went to the Magic Castle last night for our 20-year anniversary,
Yeah.
and it was ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you know about the Magic Castle at all?
I've heard of it. I've never been there. I want to go.
I went once, like 10 years ago. Me and her went. You have to be invited by someone that's like a member there, or there's a hotel that is attached, and if you get a hotel room, you can put in a request to get in, and it ended up working out. So
So you stayed at the hotel?
yeah, we stayed at the hotel. Hotel was killer, dude. Like total 70s. Like,
Yeah,
dude,
I
they
like
have.
shit like that.
I mean, it's a bright fucking. It's right behind the castle, so it's right on Franklin and Orange, right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Pretty much, right in Hollywood, right next to the Roosevelt down the street. But the hotel is like, bright fucking yellow, total 70s style. But they have free like ice cream cone machines. There's a fucking red phone at the pool that is 24-hour service for popsicles and shit. Like they got some weird
Yeah, I
kitschy
like
shit.
shit
Tons
like
of free snacks. They sell all sorts of booze and shit out of the bar there. There's no bar, but they'll sell you stuff. And then so we went there and then did the Magic Castle last night, man, and it was unfucking real, dude. Like you don't know that you're into magic until you really see it. It's and even explaining magic tricks never is as cool as it is. But I had some dudes blow my fucking mind last night.
I love that shit, man.
It was so crazy.
I try to be just as open-minded about it as I possibly can. We all know that there's some sort of bullshit to it. Like there's a trick to all of it,
Yeah.
but it still
fucks you up.
still just dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not like fool me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cool as long as you ain't picking my pocket. We're good.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just a couple of things that happened. Like I had this guy. What was his name's Ernest, right? He's actually an electrician as well. We walked into. So the way it works there is you go in. You get in through the front door. You got to say some magic word, and this fucking bookshelf opens. You walk into this super swanky. It's a castle. It's literally 3 stories. There's fucking rooms everywhere. There's corridors. There's like show houses. There's all bars everywhere. So you just wander around, right? So you get food. Food was great. and then you get one ticket you get a ticket for an actual like show. And then everything else, you just wander around and, like, stumble into a bar. The bartender does magic, like, all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Right? So we stumbled to this guy's Ernest spot, and then I caught him and he was awesome. Caught him around the bar, and so we started bullshitting. And I was like, dude, let me buy you a drink. Fucking, I'm sure no one ever does that. Maybe they do. I don't know. But so we sit at the bar. It's like me, Rosie, and him. And this dude fucks us up. I mean, just literally takes my card, makes me sign it, makes my wife sign it, right? Puts it in the deck, fucking, it's flying around. He's pulling it out of shit. You know what I mean? You're like, how the fuck is this happening? So eventually he gets to the point to where he goes, all right, well, let's do it like this. He's all, take the deck. And I hold the deck in my hand, right? And he goes, all right, now I put the card in there. I'm holding the fucking deck with my hand, right? So he barely touches my hand. And all of a sudden now he has the card, like the signed card out of my hand. And I'm like, motherfucker. And he's like, yeah, what's really fucked up? You should open your hand. And I was like, open my hand. It's not even a deck of cards. It's a fucking clear block.
How the fuck do you do
Yeah.
Like,
Dude.
Yeah.
That's the coolest shit,
fucking
dude.
ruined me, man. I was like, yeah. I mean, we're right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just couldn't find. I can't. And he's telling you the whole time. And he's really good because he's like, this is all bullshit. Like he tells you, like, this is total fake shit. Like I'm not magic. This
No, it's
is
sleight of hand.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's so awesome. And then I had another dude. Fuck, dude. He took my wedding ring off, put it on a string, right? Fucking does this. Fucking wedding ring's gone. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yes.
Okay. It's gone.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, yeesh, And so then he's sitting here. There's a fucking deck of cards that's that's like it's way out of his reach. And he goes, wait, hold on. And he reaches over and fucking has me open and my wedding ring's in it. And I'm like, get this.
See, it's just so fucking cool, man.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
dude.
and so I looked up.
Yeah.
We were looking it up and what it costs and what it takes to be a member there.
Oh,
because
I'm
I
sure
was
it's
like, because
expensive.
it started back in 1963 as just like a magicians club of people to come in and be, magicians hang out together and build each other up and do all this different stuff and learn the trade and the craft. But you had to be a certain level to get into it.
Right.
So you had to get in there. So all these guys got it going, and then once to get in there, you have to pay a fee to get in. Then you have to audition and try to prove that you're
you're a good
worthy of
magician,
being in there at
Yeah,
all.
totally.
And then you pay a yearly due. And then you can pay like $6,000 a year and $750 a month to be
Holy
a
shit,
non-magician member.
Wow.
But it's a club. Like
Yeah.
it's a thing that people.
Oh, no, it's a
like, it's a
legit deal
big
to-
fucking deal to be able to like, hey man, why don't we go down? Well, you guys want to go down, and we'll just go down to the Magic
Check this
Castle and
out.
go hang out.
I'm a member at the Magic Castle. Want to come through?
So you can, like, he gave me,
Yeah.
that dude Ernest gave me his card, and he said, dude, let me know when next time you want to come. I can totally shoot you
fuck
an
yeah.
invite. So
Yeah,
I'll
let's
let you
go.
guys. But it's also complete formal, like suit and tie.
Yeah. Wow.
Fucking,
Oh, yeah.
You
I
ain't
didn't know that.
going.
Yeah.
You ain't going in there looking like a schlub. At
No,
all,
he
dude.
looked like
yeah,
a G.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
dressed up pretty nice.
So-
Yeah.
So it's like total formal shit. Food is
Yeah.
really, really high end. We had beef.
Looked like a
Wellington.
total like
I did
Greek
look pretty
mafia
good.
guy, just all fat and wrinkled suit, but
Yeah.
like is just total.
Wrinkled suit. Fuck you. My shit was nice. My shit was looking good last night, dude.
That tie is what set it
The
off.
tie was good. Dude. I borrowed a tie from him, like a total '70s brown tie.
Dude, it looks
Fucking
like something your
looked
dad
tight.
would have wore, bro. I'm not shitting you, man. It was some old ass OG shit.
Dude, it's hot as shit in here, huh, Kenny?
Yeah.
Is there a way to pop that slider open at least?
Today is supposed to be the hottest day of the year.
Is it
far.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah,
Can we
yeah,
just
yeah.
slide the
we're,
door
we're
open a
gonna
little bit?
get hit.
So far.
Yeah.
I seen it on the news
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I was going to work today. And I seen it.
Yeah.
Like, today's supposed to be the hottest day. I'm
Damn.
like, holy shit.
Yeah. When we were driving through LA, at fucking 11:30 was 87. I was like, oh.
I was in the Palisades.
Thank you, Kenny.
So it was,
Oh,
it was hot
yeah,
as
yeah,
shit.
Where were you?
At the Palisades. He's been working on the fire.
Oh, are you working on the fires?
Yeah.
Trippy. Okay.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
So I'm working for a content company that does like when people's houses burn down, all their furniture and shit inside there.
Yeah.
So I go in there, I take the furniture out, we clean it, and then we take it back.
Oh,
So,
wow.
but rolling through that area right now, it's
It's
like a
gnarly.
fucking, it's a true natural disaster.
Yeah.
You don't know what a true natural disaster is till you're rolling down one street and there's a guy with the machine gun and you got to look at your ID and shit to go past. And then when you go in there,
It's
I
unreal,
ain't never
right?
seen no shit like
Yeah.
that in my life. That shit is
Yeah. Yeah, I have. So I do like heavy equipment operators, union.
Yeah.
So all the companies that are in there cleaning up the lots
Yeah.
are like the guys running equipment are in my
Yeah.
union. And I mean, I've seen a lot of pictures, and they're telling me that just the devastation is unreal. You know, because I worked on the Montecito mudslides and in the Thomas fire as well. When I was out in the field, but I'm not on the Palisades, and because I'm doing a teaching thing now. But it's unreal fucking devastation. You know what I mean?
And the craziest, like one house is burnt down, the next door neighbors is there, and then the next house is burnt down, and these are all multi-million-dollar houses.
Right.
It's crazy.
And you don't. It's hard to have empathy for somebody that can afford to build another house.
Right. Yeah.
When you look at the people that lived in Altadena was definitely more of a low-income type situation.
Yeah, working class.
Yeah.
We're working there too.
Yeah, but it still doesn't matter. They still lost all of their possessions. And forget the monetary aspect of it. A lot of people lost
everything.
Pictures they're never going to get back.
Yeah. Yep.
Family heirlooms they're never going to get back. Jewelry that that they got from their great grandmother, or whatever,
Yeah.
So it's just it's devastating all the way around, man. That Montecito, the mudslides in Montecito,
that was crazy.
we were driving through there not too long after it happened. We were going up north somewhere, and instead of getting on the freeway, we took the coast road back up there, and drove by. And there was literally half a house gone. And it was just like if we were driving and you could see the house and it looked completely normal. And then you got by it and it looked like a Hollywood effect. It looked like you were at Universal Studios and you were looking at the back side of the house.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Like the front was just perfectly normal and the back was just gone, man. And it's sad, man. It really is.
So your company, are you guys going into houses that weren't burnt?
Yes.
And you're restoring their furniture?
The house that I'm working in now was next door to a house that fully burnt down. So this house is on fire. All the smoke is going through this house, and it's going all into their house, all over their furniture. So it's everything that's in there has smoke damage, including the wall. So we have to empty the place so that they can go in there and repaint it and redo everything. And are
you having to wear hazmat, Tyvek,
we're
full Tyvek,
and that
respirator,
sucks.
all that? Yeah, it does suck.
We're in there packing. You're like a moving company. You're moving furniture and shit, and full Tyveks.
The
half face, and,
you had to get a hazmat cert to get in there and all.
I've had that for years.
Oh, because that's what you do anyway, right? Yeah, it's rough, man. It's the guys that I know that are working there are like, they're running equipment with a Tyvek suit on. If they don't have a closed cab and shit, and a half face respirator.
Yeah, that's what sucks about it.
But it's better than breathing that shit in, man.
Well, it's nasty.
Yeah,
it's absolutely nasty. Man.
I was running a backhoe down by the railroad tracks in Wainimi, down off Arcturus and all that.
Okay.
And I was taking out all these different little homeless encampments along there. And, man, I gratefully was wearing a mask because all I was smelling was bum piss, bro.
Dude,
you know what I mean? And then
human shit is like, the human
dude, it was
like,
so fucking gnarly.
Dude.
I was wearing my bib overalls. I'd get back and immediately throw them in the laundry. And But I had a full rebreather on because I was like, I'm not doing this, man. Fuck all that. And I'm not shaving my beard off.
So it says a lot of lead out there. There's
a lot of everything.
A lot of
lead, asbestos.
Yeah.
Are you? I mean, that's work forever over there right now, right? I mean,
there's so many trades. If you roll up in there, you're in line with
everybody,
restoration companies, debris companies, and going in there every day. It's the reason why we have to leave so early because going in there every day, we're in line with all the contractors, everybody, and everybody.
And it's kind of one way in, one way out, right? I mean, pretty much, a couple ways.
And then they got cops. They got the National Guards with the
still there.
Yeah, still. I don't. And looking at it, I don't know when they're ever going to leave.
They're projecting a year to clean it up, which I would be fucking shocked if it's done. I mean, it could go faster.
If you ask me, I would be like, 2-3 years looking at it.
But I know the guys that are doing my portion, like the actual lot cleaning, they're killing about a lot every day and a half.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's 6,000 structures, just houses.
Right. And I have a friend who works for the CHP.
Yeah.
And he says that they had about 6,000 cars.
Oh, yeah.
That's another part
whole
of the
nother
deal.
animal.
Totally. Tow companies are like, hey, look, we got 6,000 burnt down cars that you guys are going to be slowly taking out. They're like, that's work for 6 months.
Forever.
When they had the Thomas fires up on the hill, and my brother he lives up in Adelanto, and he was on his way out of Adelanto, and he said that there was a car that had aluminum rims, and that the rims had melted and the aluminum was just dripping down the street. Yeah, going down Alanda. Yeah. That's nuts.
And we're going down PCH. I'm like, oh, that was a Porsche. That was an Audi. That was a Mercedes G-Wagon. They're just rusted orange.
Done,
but you can tell what they were.
Yeah.
And PCH is crazy, too. Going down that, seeing that shit.
I haven't done that.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
I actually have no interest. Can you even get that far into it?
Yeah, you can go down Las Virgenes, and then you pop out and you make that left. You can go all the way down to right about Sunset
really?
Boulevard,
okay.
And then that's where they stop you and make you turn around. But still, going from
you
there,
can see a lot of
going to where Moonstones was and all that, it is.
Yeah. I haven't driven down there. I've just seen so many pictures from my students. You know what I mean? It's like, but one
I have
guy
no
was
interest in driving down there.
I don't either. Yeah, I mean,
if we've been down there enough to know that when you see it, like, oh shit, this is not the same.
Yeah, this is rough, man. Yeah, well, my heart goes out to everybody, dude. It's so weird because we're actually going to have a guy on probably next week who's a private contractor that's working up there, and he's been posting a lot of videos, saying a lot of shit about how the work's being done and criticizing a lot of things, and I think a lot of it's valid, you know what I mean? But he's been kind of saying, and me and him are going back and forth a little bit on just because he's like a private, non-union contractor that's rebuilding homes, and you know what I mean. And I'm like, dude, you have to understand, like, this is an absolute travesty, but this is also once in a lifetime money for people that are doing this cleanup. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, as much as it's terrible, like, for you to shit on everything the whole time, like saying how bad things are going, and it's like, dude.
Companies are getting new trucks off of this job.
I know company. There's two companies specifically that bought every single excavator in California with a thumb on it.
Okay.
Every single one, like hundreds. You know what I mean? Like,
right. And you go down PCH and you see Sunbelt, all their generators, boom, 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 boom. It's like they're probably ran out of them on the whole United States.
Yeah. They're doing, my guys are doing 712s for the next year.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like it's now my students are starting, they're about 3-4 weeks in, and they're like, they're starting to look rough, dude. You know what I mean?
People don't understand
what that means.
Yeah, because you hear 712s and you're like, money.
Money,
money, and then you're like, hey, and all this dude, he's just operating a fucking backhoe all day. But sit in a backhoe for 10 hours. I've done it, man, and I still do it. I do it at work often, and sitting there all day in that thing, it's bouncy, it's uncomfortable. And if you're lucky, you got an enclosed one with an AC in it. If not, you're really jacked. You know, but it's not. It's
and day after day after day,
no days off. You eat, sleep, shit. That's it.
I did 6 10s for about 4 months, and Sunday comes around. You get off work Saturday night. You go out. You get home. You crash the fuck out. You wake up with plans on Sunday.
That ain't happening.
Nothing happens. You lay on that bed, you lay in the couch, you go lay somewhere. You go to the beach, lay down, go to a park. But I'm not trying to do anything.
Before you snap your fingers, it's fucking Monday again.
You're getting ready to go to work Monday. You know?
It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it's rough, man. I mean, well, it's crazy you're down there. I didn't know. I knew you did the furniture stuff. I just didn't even connect.
That's the 9 to 5.
Yeah,
that's
He did that. He did that a while ago. He was doing like the mold removal and all that stuff. Restoration, water and stuff. Yeah, and he did that for a while.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I did want to talk to you about some hip hop shit. That's your forte. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, that is my 9 to 5. The other is my 5 to
9.
5 for life,
whatever it is.
So man, we're doing. It's called the Backpack Society. Is what we're doing at the Garage Bar on Sunday. So what it is just trying to create a vibe of hip hop and people just coming through, listening to dope music. We're gonna have some barbecue. And we're gonna turn the mic on. Mic's gonna be hot at the last hour and just let motherfuckers spit.
Wow.
Let motherfuckers rap like we used to.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
So are there? I mean, I know this sounds really ignorant, but backpack. Explain to people that do not understand what backpack culture is, please.
So
I get it, but for a lot of people,
back in the days in the 90s, if you seen some kid, he had on headphones, he had his backpack. You like, yo, this is a backpack rapper, and and then he'd be on, he'd be rapping and he's using the big words, and you think he has a dictionary in his backpack, but that was like considered like underground in the 90s, like Backpack. And I used to be a Backpack rapper.
Okay.
And that's why, never mind, we had a song. When we started becoming more popular and not being so underground rapper, we had a song that said, sorry, no backpacks, no dictionaries. That was letting motherfuckers know that we weren't on no backpack shit no more, that we were trying to make different music. We were trying to be mainstream and shit. So, but I want to take it back to that shit.
Yeah, man.
I mean, like, for me, and we've talked, it doesn't matter. To me, the backpacker stuff was just kind of, and there's so many conspiracy theories behind it, but it was, had it gone more that backpacker stuff and gotten more into the earlier hip hop that was positive, like your De La and your Jungle Brothers and your Tribe, and had that been the main focus in hip hop, our whole world would be different.
Yes.
You know, it would have made everything completely different. Right. And there is conspiracy theories behind it that there was people that were like, no. We need to go.
What do you mean? Explain this.
No,
I'm familiar with the conspiracy theory about backpack rap.
It's not just the backpacker.
We said conspiracy theory. Kenny just got a boner. Sorry.
Well,
but here's there's supposedly there's tapes of this, but there's people that were the head of record companies that had meetings going, hey, look, this is okay, but this is going to make us more money. Like, this is because, like, De La Soul, Jungle Brothers, Tribe Called Quest, all those people were on point, man.
Yes.
They were a driving force in our community. But it didn't get pushed as much as Bone Thugs and Harmony, NWA, and
they're going for mass. You know,
and there's also the conspiracy.
But it also keeps the community down. It keeps the community from coming up.
Because
if you listen to De La Soul and you listen to the Jungle Brothers and you listen to Tribe and you listen to, they're all like, hey man, let's hang out, let's cook together, let's listen to some music, let's be positive, let's take care of our families, let's do all this shit, not, hey, let's slap our bitches and shoot each other.
Let's kill each other.
You know,
that's what the conspiracy is. Is that they promoted the death of black people or people in lower income communities. They're like, why would we push music that makes people want to love each other, hang out, and be positive, and actually be conscious of what the fuck the machine is doing?
Sure.
We want motherfuckers to be dumb. We want motherfuckers to kill each other. We want motherfuckers to sell drugs.
Right.
Let's push crack
We want
shells.
crash outs.
Yes.
I
we
just
want
heard that term
motherfuckers
for
to crash the fuck out.
I just heard
still
crash out
exists now.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of positive hip hop. But crash out music is what fucking is being promoted.
100%.
And that's what like, I love Brother Ali to death. He's one of my favorite. I will put him in my top 5, and I will say it till everybody fucking figures out what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Because the guy just preaches about family, about community, about like getting it together, looking at what's going on. You don't hear nothing about that dude. And his music is so good. Like before we listened to Forrest Whitaker on the way over here, his music is killer, man, but he don't get pushed out there. He don't get the props. He don't get pick one. I mean,
that's the conspiracy. That's what's being. That's what's always been pushed.
Sure.
And it's still
Violence
being pushed,
begets
and
money,
it's being pushed to black women. A black woman. There's so many positive black women rappers out there.
Oh,
Cardi B, all these other broads are the ones that they put out up on the pedestal. A Glorilla is to show that, okay, look at black women, you're ignorant. You're this ghetto broad, when there's other women that are out there pushing super positive music, but that's not what
that's what I liked about Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl thing. When the thing with him, what's the girl, not Serena, but the other one is SZA.
Yeah.
His whole thing was they're going to be dressed beautiful.
Sure.
They're not coming
sexy,
out there just dressed up like hoes.
Sure.
They're going to come out there and they're going to show their talent and they're going to show who they are as beautiful black women.
Right.
And not just come out as, let's see what little we can get going on. You know what I mean? Let's
get some asses out there.
Yeah.
Right, then you even turn it into the trans and the homosexual agenda. Now it's like, dude, let's throw Lil Nas X's. Let's put Kid Cudi in a dress. Let's do all this type of shit to
demasculinize the
hip hop. Like now, you know what? All you guys, you guys ain't tough.
Let's
no
get
more.
them all doing country albums.
Yeah, you guys ain't tough no more. You guys are gay. You guys are weed. Whatever. You know how they want to make it look. So
here's something I've been thinking about Kendrick Lamar, and it kind of just popped in my head. That normally you listen to Kendrick Lamar records, they are backpacky. They're very heady, lyrically fucking ridiculous.
Absolutely.
But his new stratosphere of starhood is all based off beef, right? The newest like shit that he's had, right? So I thought it was I thought when you guys were talking about this, I thought like, how is that? You know, his beef with Drake, right? It's all negativity, pure negativity, and it became the biggest shit in the world, Super Bowl big. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but then on the other hand, it's like, I think about Kendrick Lamar because he is still taking on. Drake is a manufactured fucking hip hop artist.
Yes,
you know, essentially
he's more like the machine.
He's the machine, right? So,
100%.
Part of me is like, it's beef, it's negative, it's fucking nasty, right? And it's ruthless. You know what I mean? And like, part of me feels like it's very odd for him to be stepping into that zone. Then the other part of me thinks like, he's still doing what he did.
That's
he's just
shit.
He's still doing what he did.
Yeah,
he just figured out how to fucking make it even more popular.
When
you know what I mean?
he's the one that turned me on to Kendrick years ago.
Yeah.
And he said, hey, because I was talking shit about there ain't nobody good right now, and he said, hey man, check out this kid Kendrick. And
Was
so
that
I
Good
started.
Kid, Bad City. Was that?
Good Kid, Mad City.
Bad, yeah, that was the first.
Dude, that was
his
first
first record.
Major record.
Right.
Yeah, but you turned me on to him, and I was like, holy, like lyrics banging, beats were banging, everything was on point. Everything was on point. And it was about his city, and it was about his culture, and it was about what was going on around, and it's really hard. You can't really, it's really hard when you listen to somebody like anybody from the South, like, damn it, I can't believe it, Country Grits.
Nappy Roots.
Nappy Roots. If you listen to Nappy Roots, they're talking about shit that's going on. You listen to
Arrested Development today. I was just
really?
That's one of my favorites.
That was one of the first tapes I ever bought.
Yeah, the anniversary of their album
of the
came
record
out today.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
That was a good record.
Literally, the first tapes
so good,
I ever
man.
bought in my life, I think, were Arrested Development, that record, and Pantera.
That's a good combination.
Yeah.
That's a good
The
combination.
most positive shit ever with the most negative shit ever.
The first tapes I ever bought was Run DMC and Beastie Boys, which is two rap albums, but it's Run DMC and it's some white boys who are rapping over guitar riffs.
You just couldn't deny it. You couldn't deny it,
absolutely.
dude. Yeah. That's pretty wild, man.
Kendrick though has been always about hip hop. He's been about hip hop. Always been about hip hop. Not about Disney. Not about anything else. He's always been, I am about my culture and I am about hip hop.
He represented for hip hop.
Yes, 100%. And so when Drake started popping off little snippets of shit like that, I'm the best.
Yeah,
he just went.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I'm going to prove it
and
7 times.
He said that was J. Cole too. He said
said kind of around.
Come
on now.
But they started to say like they're actual like I'm a lyricist. You're not writing your shit. Dude. Drake. I mean, he might be, but he's got writers.
Yeah. They're not mad fucking scientists in the fucking head.
Yeah.
Like, okay, a battle rapper. This motherfucker's
whole verses with Drake's
Kendrick.
song lyrics.
Yes. Kendrick
is like whole verses of Drake's song titles.
Yeah.
Have you seen that shit?
Yes,
it's fucking unreal, dude. You know what I mean?
And that's where Drake was trying to step into a realm. Yeah. And I like Drake. Me and Mark, we talk about it all the time. But he needs to stay in his lane. He needs to do the little lover boy shit. I love that shit. Yeah. That's fine. Do that. Do not try to battle rappers.
No.
Or somebody who you thought forgot they was a battle rapper because Kendrick, is doing his thing and he's not the old K-Dot. Dude. But yeah, man, he went to K-Dot real fast and
dude,
took care of
how
business.
Fucking much of a bullet did J. Cole dodge?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was all, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm good. And just stepped right out.
I'm going to guess
safe,
that he also understood what
he
the
understood
potential
what was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Kendrick fucked up Drake's bag.
Bad. Yeah.
Drake lost millions of dollars because of this. J. Cole was like, I'm going to lose a little respect because we looked at it. This is hip hop. You don't fucking back out of no battles.
Right.
You don't fucking say, I bow out. That is weak. That is weakness in hip hop. You just lose and you call it a day. So we felt that J. Cole was weak for doing that. But then again, J. Cole just became like, yo, he's Bob Marley of hip hop and shit.
Right,
like, yo,
right,
man,
right.
I'm not into this shit. I'm going to bow out, but
he's going to live to fight another day.
Yeah,
exactly. Drake is going
I like
to be
my hip
in
hop,
trouble.
but I'm going to hang out and let you gangsters get at it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And when I say
exactly.
you gangsters, I mean Kendrick and his
guy.
crew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's wild, man. And then, so you got the Kendrick shit, obviously, and it seems like Drake's fucking done. He's not done.
He's
still
not
getting
even close to
millions
done.
already.
He'll still
he'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll be fine, but he's not battling nobody no more.
No. He won't ever say it's nothing. He won't do that again.
Yeah, Kendrick, he's been blasted into to the highest.
Yeah.
But you think about back where we come from in the '90s, man. Rap beef turned into people getting killed.
Real beef.
Yeah,
totally.
Biggie, Tupac, off of rap beef,
Yeah.
dead. Like,
and
so
it's
thank God
crazy. It's crazy now because you continually hear, like you now know who all the players were that were part of it.
P. Diddy.
Even though
Yeah, we've talked about it now. Like now, you know what? P. Diddy
Sorry,
might not have been the bitch that we was thinking. Just the dance in the back of the videos, all dancing. P. Diddy
He was
was
getting
a
busy,
wild motherfucker.
Yeah, he
so
was-
it's been proven, but. There was you can't have a bunch of rich millionaire motherfuckers that can call shots, that can send people to, go dump on this person, dump on this person. Or in Tupac's situation where he was trying to be a gangster when he's really a poet, he's really an actor,
Totally.
and
Yeah.
then
A dancer.
gangsters fucking came at him, and it's just a slippery slope.
It's so weird. Have you watched any of that Puff Daddy doc that came out?
Yeah.
I watched the first couple episodes, man. And it started just. I'm not a huge
Started
Puff
making
Daddy fan.
sense.
It made me sick. You know what I mean? Like that megalomaniac type of shit is like, and obviously he was that from a very young age. You know what I mean? Whatever it was.
I've heard so many stories.
I just had to step away from it. I was like, this is just it's just bumming
Yeah,
me
it started
out.
for me. It was like, yes, now this shit is making sense. Shit that I was kind of like peeping him doing, and I'm like, yo, yeah, that's a wild motherfucker. Like and then he got money, so it makes him even wilder. Now he has issues, and he feels he's powerful, so that goes on to beating up women. That goes to degrading men on that gay shit and whatever the fuck he was doing. He was
doing a lot.
taking power over them, and I think he's where he's supposed to be right now.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, he's gonna eat.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
gonna be in prison. I think
Right.
for a long. His lawyer just quit.
Yeah, that's
wild,
that's a
dude.
sign that something's wrong.
Yeah.
It's like a lawyer would defend anybody.
Yeah.
Like, come on now, like he quit. Like,
Dude, she
the
saw some
fuck?
evidence. Was like, buddy, you're on your own.
he just came from that place of like his dad was a big time drug dealer. Like,
Yeah,
sure.
He came from a generation. He was taught from a generation that, like, that's not you handle things this way.
Yeah, that's
you know
by
you
whooping somebody ass. You handle if you got money. You go and you put work in.
Yep.
Your woman say something to you crazy. You
No, you
smack the
crack
shit
that
out of
bitch,
her.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's not necessarily the right thing to do.
Not even
but when
kinda.
you're traumatized and you're brought up that way, it's over for him.
Yeah.
He had a good fucking run.
Oh,
he
yeah.
had he probably
But
he
it
had
also-
he had a week better than my whole fucking life. Probably.
Also,
I mean, probably better than most of our
if
lives.
you listen to the stories, and and I've talked to you about this, and I know I brought them up on this podcast before, but if you're a hip hop head and you want to hear amazing stories, one of the best podcasts you can ever listen to is called Combat Jack. And it is one of the best podcasts as far as the hip hop culture that you can listen to, because he was part of it, and you just get to hear the stories and the different people and the different stuff. But one thing that way before this happened, because Combat passed away from cancer about 6 years ago, one of the things that I got from that podcast was whether it was that Martinez girl that was like running these Angie Martinez, and like all of them say the same thing. Yeah. All of them say the same thing. You couldn't out hustle Diddy. That dude, he was When everybody else was sleeping, he was working. When the party was going on, he was working. When the party was over, he was working. That dude,
respect his hustle. I always did until
he just lost his mind.
Until you find this thing out, like I can't respect his hustle anymore.
Because it turned into that megalomaniac shit. That fucking ego popped out.
I am not opposed to people being freaky ass, wild ass people. Yeah. But once you start beating on women, once you start touching kids,
forcing people into shit,
that's a different story. That's where you got to go where they're gonna take
Epstein level shit.
Yes,
you know what I mean, is what it is. It's wild, man.
And and I don't want to. It's not a conspiracy.
No, it's not.
It's not a conspiracy against to bring the black man down. Nah, you bring yourself down. You a wild motherfucker. So you need to go.
What's wild is how many people just did it for years and didn't say shit.
Yeah. Because the industry did that. Come on,
they knew.
The industry is a very demonic. It's a very fucked up place where a lot of people let shit slide, and you see things happening, and you're not gonna say nothing because what's it gonna do? It's gonna
hurt your bag.
Exactly.
Right.
It's gonna fuck your money up. Yeah. So you might as well be like, okay, people knew, certain amount of time at P. Diddy's party,
time to
where
go.
we bail.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm not a part of it, but I'm not a part of that.
I ain't going to the third floor.
Exactly.
Who was it? Yeah, I remember listening to somebody talk about that not that long ago. Like, oh, yep, time to go. Time to go.
They said Jamie Foxx is very similar. Yeah. And, I used to hear about Jamie Foxx parties, and that's just right here in L.A. Same thing.
Same
3
shit.
o'clock, man.
You go.
Time to go.
Party,
that's when shit gets
weird. Then you
know what's up.
You're
man.
Different motherfucker.
I'll tell you right now.
You're staying.
I'm not leaving.
Staying, dude.
I am not leaving. I want to know what's going on, dog. I'm
going to be in there like this.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking around. I'm going to be checking shit out. You know what I mean? There ain't no way I'm leaving. It just ain't happening. I don't have that willpower.
I know. I can say the same shit because I've had times in my life where
I know.
I'm fucked off. I'm with all that fucking
hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. Fucking, you're standing there peeking, and all of a sudden it's, what's up, player? Right behind your head, right behind your ear. You're like, oh no,
tag me.
No.
Yeah, no, we
some
wild
shit.
swing on you.
As far as hip hop goes now, what is backpack stuff? Do you feel like there's a shift? I mean, I always think about this a lot because I was a huge heavy metal fan, right? Mm-hmm. There are more fucking sub-genres of heavy metal than almost, I think, any style of music ever. Hip-hop is getting there, like, as far as the sub-genres and stuff. Do you see there being a resurgence of the backpack kind of style coming back? Because the 90s are fucking huge right now, man.
Right.
Like, the 90s style is huge. Fashion, music is coming. Right. My kids are listening to everything from the 90s right now.
Yeah,
are you seeing a resurgence
I think
at all?
the backpack is still always going to be an underground thing.
Okay.
Even if all the mainstream 90s shit came back, being, a backpack rapper or underground is just fucking underground.
Just underground.
And it will always be underground. And there's got to be people that just thrive in the underground or want to go underground.
Right.
Like us back in the days, like we didn't want to hear no mainstream shit.
Right.
We didn't want to hear none of that stuff. We wanted to hear the shit that everybody didn't like.
Right.
We wanted to hear the shit that nobody knew about.
Yeah.
So, but now it's so wide fucking open.
Well, and the gates are, like I said, they're open. You don't have to, there's no barrier to entry anymore.
Right.
And there's your own shit
going
out.
to the store and fucking records and CDs. Now you got the internet.
Right.
You can go fucking way underground if you wanted to.
And there's so many that keep pushing and getting out there. Yeah. The I'm not sure if I say Philharmonic. That dude, man, he is so talented. He is so good. In Calamosa and all these different people that I keep finding, man, and you're just like this is, it's not as, it's not as like it's now it's even more so to me. Because a lot of them are playing, like, if you hear Philharmonic, if you can see him on Tiny Desk, and it's Phill Amonic, and you watch that dude, what do you expect, bro? Come on, man. You watch him, really, and close. You watch his, like, he sits there, and he's sitting there at the piano with a full band around him, and he's singing, and he's rapping, and he's doing good shit. And I think there's a bunch of those guys that are out there doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the the culture, the youngsters are still looking at that. I don't even
they don't
know,
want
bro.
to fuck with
no,
that.
they don't,
the crazy
man.
thing is, it's.
Well, here's my. Oh, sorry, but here's my take on it. Is what happened. Is what I see happening is the people that I know that are listening to it are the same people that were really into the backpacker stuff back in the 90s.
Right.
Because the culture and the community of hip hop, and there's the gangster stuff that everybody talks about being this whole hip hop is black. It's a black subgenre. It is black, blackety black, 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 and it's not anything else. It's just black. Well, there's the Cactus album. There's the Beastie Boys. There's, there's all these different people that were doing the same type of
Vanilla
deal.
Ice.
Vanilla, hey, man. Hey, you know what I mean?
I get into it with people all the time. I was like, Vanilla Ice, when he was popping, we heard Ice Ice Baby, we was cool.
All
we said,
of
oh,
us, bro.
shit, we ain't supposed to be listening to that.
Yeah,
Fuck
dude.
that white boy.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute.
Everyone's
we was all
5.0s.
jamming.
Hey,
We was just all jamming.
If we didn't have a stigma in our heads about Vanilla Ice right now, and we went out into the truck and we were having a good little time, and that song came on, you'd be going, "What's this?"
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
baseline was
But the backpacker community was very multicultural. It was
It was the most multicultural.
Yep.
It wasn't. You go to a gangster show. There's gang members. There's Rolling 60s. There's Bloods. Like, that's a different type of vibe.
Right,
you want to be
right.
there. That is not comfortable.
Not at all.
Not for white people.
For none of us.
Yeah, exactly. And even for me, and I'm half white, and I would go there like, man, let's get the fuck up out of here.
Dude,
Let's go to the
shit's gonna
backpack
pop.
shit, where everybody's like throwing their hands up, where people are rapping, and it's all love and it's all hip hop, and that's what. The events that I'm trying to do is trying to come back to the love. Trying to come back to the love for the culture, love for hip hop, love for positivity, love for MC that gets up there and like, yeah, he kind of sucked, but guess
he tried.
what? So did I. I used to suck. The first time I ever started rapping, I was garbage.
Totally.
But it took more practice and more. So it's just the love, and hip hop has always been a community. And we can't forget the community of the culture. Yeah, and that's what
especially
I'm
bringing
trying
the
to
culture back to being not so gangster. And although you continuously see that sliding away.
Yes,
although now you just don't understand what they're saying.
A different gangster.
Yeah, it really is. Because somebody just a couple days ago got whacked.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Nobody I know, but two guys just got shot.
Right. Well.
Yeah,
it goes also to the generations of music. Like, we used to always say, our parents, they don't understand my rap, they don't understand my music, and then now I'm the fucking parent or even the grandparent don't understand these motherfuckers' music. But totally. You know what? I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I don't really want. I don't.
Yeah, but what are the boys listening to? What are your boys listening to?
They listen to the shit that I fucking showed them.
Yeah.
Like, my sons know about shit, and they do have their own stuff. And my sons are real. They love when they get me. They're like, hey, Dad, we want to show you this. And I'll play it, and I'll be like, that's garbage. That's garbage. Then if they find out that I fucking put a song from one of their guys on my playlist, it makes their fucking whole life and shit. They're like, yo, we got him. Yep.
We got him, dude.
But my sons know that I'm about the progression of hip hop. I'm not. My shit is called "Get Off My Lawn," but it's honor the past, but respect the future at the same time. Like, I don't want to be the guy listening to 90s hip hop all day. Fuck that. That shit I do, but I want to listen to new music, and I want my kids who I've brought up very well in culture.
Have a good base.
Yes, my sons know. If you told my and I the crazy thing is I run into youngsters I work with, 20-year-olds, and I play some shit and they have no fucking idea. Yeah, and it's baffling to me that they really they don't even have a kind of like, my dad played that. And they are fucking they don't know nothing about it. My sons know about De La Soul. They know about Rakim. They might not listen to it all the time, but they fucking know. And
there ain't none of my kids that don't know who Rakim is. None of them. Right. None of them. And all of them are hard into Wu.
Yeah.
All of them. Even my daughter puts on Wu-Tang shit.
How do we feel about the new Wu-Tang song? Have you heard it?
The Mandolin?
Is that the new? It's new. It's new.
No,
one, right?
it's called not mandolin. It's called mandingo.
Mandingo.
Yeah, it's cool.
I like it. Yeah,
I like it a lot.
Sound like Wu-Tang.
Yeah,
I mean? I heard it. I listened to it the other day. I was like, oh fuck yeah! All right, they're releasing a new album, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, dude.
Coming up.
They say the last
Sure.
last album, but
that one album that they put out that they got $1 billion for or whatever. That's their last album.
They sold it to that kid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck
That's
it.
wild.
Those guys aren't.
It's a dope little marketing strategy.
Yeah.
I will buy their last album if they come out with a new last album.
Every
I will
time.
be listening to it.
Well, just like the Rolling Stones have done their last tour for the last 45 fucking years.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's all
Same shit.
coming back again. We'll go. You know,
hip hop is in that realm of in which I think is good. Like, you know what? Okay, all the old school rock bands and the Rolling Stones and all those fuckers are still old and still doing it.
Totally.
Rap needs to be the same way.
it will be.
Big Daddy Kane's still out there doing it. Rakim's still out there doing it.
Yeah.
I've seen Rakim. I haven't seen Big Daddy yet, but I want to go see him. I've seen Rakim. Hold on. And I've seen guy with the patch.
Slick Rick.
Just saw Slick Rick.
Nice.
Saw Rakim.
Nice.
Seen a couple people, man. Yeah. And I just saw Guru. No, Guru's dead. Man, I am foggy
Jizza
today.
We saw
with Jizza.
did Liquid Swords over here.
Yeah.
Were you were at that?
I was there.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I think about it all the time, like, because my kids listen to all kinds of crazy
RZA.
shit that I listen to, but I just find it so fascinating now that the kids, like, they don't have genres anymore. They don't, you know what I mean? So it's like when you hear new hip hop artists, it's like it's weird because the true old like metalhead or hip hop guy in me like expects it to fit in this weird box, right? And then you'll hear like this kid that's doing something that like involves a little bit of like some weird metal riffs in it, and then it's like, but then there's like crazy 808 in it. You know what I mean? And
These motherfuckers making music,
but they're making like crazy shit. You know, so you have to like, because I have a lot of friends that are the get off my lawn guys, especially when it comes to like punk and hardcore. They don't. That's it. Like that's where it stopped. You know, and I'm listening to. You know, I went and saw Horror. Have you heard that band Horror?
Yes.
Yeah. So it was them and this guy named Ghostmane, a white kid who plays with like punkers. You know, but it's like really gnarly, like heavy sub bass, hip hop, crazy shit. Yeah. And me and my buddy were standing there, and he's like, "I don't get it." I was like, "Exactly." You know, it's not. It's like not for you. I was like, "This is the new punk rock. Like this is a new version of punk. Like this is the most underground shit you've ever heard in your life, and it doesn't make sense to you. And this is exactly why, because we're all just fucking out of touch." I thought it was fascinating. You know what I mean? I was like, "This is fucking."
It's crazy being out of touch with music and shit. Like you're like, "Fuck, I don't know nothing about this shit."
Yeah.
And, you know.
But one thing I like about you is that you don't seem to be as much as the get off my lawn thing. You know, it's cool because you honor the old shit.
Yeah,
but you don't seem to be turned off by new shit at all. Which is like that you can't be. You know, if you're a lover of music, you have to love music.
We talked about this last time he was here, but he's going to listen to the same stuff that we're all listening to.
Sure.
He doesn't discriminate against it. He's not going to go, "I don't want to hear that."
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. He'll be listening to the Eagles, and he'll be listening to Clutch, and he'll be listening to Pantera, and he'll be listening to Philharmonic, and he'll be it's whatever floats his boat.
When somebody was telling me, they were like, "Oh, well, you know, Kendrick and Drake." I said, my ears have no idea what rap beef you're talking about. All my ears know is if it sounds good. My ears don't even have a mind.
Right.
My ears just say, "Hey, does this shit sound good or not?"
Yeah.
And so, and that's how I listen to music. I put shit on, and I grew up in the 70s and 80s, and I've listened to pop music. I listen to hip hop. You know, I tell people, you know what? I lived when there wasn't even no hip hop. We wait till 12 o'clock at midnight and fucking ABC for one rap video to come. Not even rap. We would wait for a Michael Jackson video to come on.
Dude.
That was even before hip hop. We just waited for a black person to come on in between all that other shit.
Have some rhythm around here.
Exactly.
You know?
And so, and these motherfuckers, my kids, you were born and this shit was just there.
Already there. Strong.
We drove you home from the hospital listening to fucking rap music.
KCSB.
KCSB
in Santa Barbara had at 11 or 12 o'clock they would start playing stuff. And that was probably the first time I heard I think it might have been the first time I heard like Beastie Boys or Wu-Tang. Yeah. Like it was sitting there with some beat ass fucking boombox with the aluminum foil going up around the windowsill, trying to touch the metal on the windowsill to get to the, just so you can catch a raspy ass version of NWA or whatever it was. It didn't matter.
You had to work hard to fucking find music back in the day, dude. It's so.
Then you
crazy.
have to record it and catch it, and then all of a sudden you're playing the same fucking record, and it's
listen to the
same shit with TV.
tape.
I tell my kids with TV, like, you missed a fucking episode, it never came back.
Good luck. Yeah.
It didn't even come back on VHS and none of that shit.
No.
Like, if you missed that episode of Cosby Show, you ain't never gonna see it again until later on in my life.
I know.
When the box set came out.
I had the absolute fucking joy about a week ago. My son, all the kids are super into old tech right now. Like, they all want cassette players.
Nice,
they all want VHS again, right? Nice. So my son has a Walkman. Right, you got a Walkman, right? Mm-hmm. I have a ton of tapes and all kinds of shit, right? So we get this thing loaded up, and he's like, "This is awesome." You know, he doesn't understand even how to put it in. You know what I mean? I'm like, I gave him the tape case first, and I'm like, "Open it," and he's all. I can't even get it open, you know what I mean? And so then, we bought him a shitty one from Amazon, right? And this motherfucker is just eating tapes, dude. I mean, I was like,
you know how to put one back together.
Yeah, I was like, welcome. I was like, go get a pencil, and he's all, why would
you know
I
how
need
to
a
put
pencil?
one back together? That is fucking science right there. We would fucking cut that bitch and put it back together, put a little piece of tape,
tiny piece of tape,
clean enough that it can still roll through there and shit, and it'll skip just a little bit, but it'll be back. And it's like, come on. That is how hard we had to fucking work.
It made me laugh so fucking hard, dude, just to watch him be like, you got to get the tape back. That's where the music is. And he's like, what? He's like, why do I need a pencil? I'm like, you need a fucking. It's the only thing. They don't need. I don't think they ever even made a tool.
No, it started with our finger. It started. Your finger's a little bit slow. It's a little bit slow. Now you get a pencil. Boom. Get a pencil, or you get a big pen, and you just it's fucking. You find that thing that turns it faster.
One thing that fits in
we
there.
started with the pinky and shit. Like, this is just it's too long. Like, I need something fast. Boom, get it.
And then so the next adventure was he wants to make mixtapes.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So he has a little cassette thing, and he's got from one boot box to another.
Yes.
So it just sounds like shit. And I'm like, go get any tape. And he's like, okay. I was like, do you care about this one? He's like, no. I was like, put some tape over it. Over the tabs, right?
Yeah, the little, little toilet paper and shit.
How to do this intricate little bullshit just to fucking make a mixtape. Right. And then he's recording 2 boom boxes to get, from one to the other. He's like, it sounds pretty bad. I was like, yeah. Welcome to cassettes.
This is what you do now. Now you call the radio station and you tell him the song that you want to play, and you wait until he fucking plays it.
And
possibly
just like this. Hope he plays it.
Just like this.
Hope he plays it.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, that was a KCSB. Sit there and wait, and then you'd hear the first couple of beats, and you'd be like, "That's it." And then you go, shit, no, it wasn't. Rewind it and do all that shit.
It was ridiculous. It's just been such a fun, delightful thing to watch my kids get into this all 90s. Like I said, it's just cassette tapes, CDs are back, VHS is back.
I have a bunch of VHS. I just got Disorderlies in the mail like 2 days ago.
Nice.
Yeah, I have all the. I'm slowly collecting all the VHS that I need. I got.
Really?
Do
you remember Disorderlies?
No, I don't know.
Disorderlies with the Fat Boys.
Oh, Fat Boys.
Yeah,
is that the movie?
Yeah.
I never. I watched it 1,000 times. I did not know it was that.
Yeah. Disorderlies. I got the VHS the other day. Yeah.
Have you heard of Sparkmaster Tape?
No.
Sparkmaster Tape?
Okay, then there you go.
There you go.
Something on the table.
Yes, I'm gonna check it out, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. Yeah, it's been really, really fun to watch the kids try to discover how hard we worked to fucking listen to something, or even like get a copy of something. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's so much fun.
As hard as we worked, I love the fact that you can stream music now. Like, I always wanted a magic fucking wand that can be like, play this right now, and it happens, and we have that now. So that's the thing about our generations is like, okay, we understood how hard it was, but then we can still have respect for how easy it is now. And fucking like,
you know how happy I was with an iPod?
Oh my God.
Dude, all I have to do is go, and first you start with the small one, you only got so many gigs, then all of a sudden you got More gigs, you know how to do it, and then
Yeah.
you just go home at night and you plug it in, and it swaps out all the old shit and puts in your new podcast and your new music
You had
and
the
whatever
one
you
with
want.
the once you had the pictures and shit. Like, now I can see the CD cover.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah, man, this shit is dope.
Yeah, dude, I
I'm waiting
love
for
that.
my kids to discover an iPod, dude. That'll fuck them up. You know what I mean? But
I was just out at the
They have
house
an
I
iPod
was
in their
working
pocket.
at. The house I was working at, they had an iPod in there. I seen that. I was like,
Did they
oh, shit.
really?
Yeah, it was underneath shit. It was fucking in a box. In a drawer,
should have grabbed that motherfucker,
right?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Holy
probably
shit.
worth $1 million.
Yeah,
now.
no,
you
they
see
are
how much
worth
the first iPhone just sold for? Like fucking $1 million.
Wow,
it's crazy. Like
I know the first Mario Brothers.
Yeah,
thing
that's
sold
nuts.
for fucking.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah,
it's pretty wild, man.
Just our old shit is fucking like treasures.
yeah, yeah.
That's what, like I said, it's been really fun to watch.
Shit, it was a treasure when we were able to afford to buy any of it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys talking about having Walkmans and shit?
Yeah, well, you know,
Didn't have one.
I stole mine from.
Maybe I was about
I
to
stole
say-
mine from Kmart, dude.
I was say, how did you had to be a thief if you wanted
what I
one?
did,
Like
yeah.
I wanted one bad enough. I was going to take the
I
risk.
got one, too.
I'm
Yeah.
stealing it. I
I ended up with one,
from
but
a
yeah.
family member.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, Tyrone,
I was
man,
a
you
big
stole
fan
my
of stealing
Walkman.
from Kmart, dude.
Yeah.
That was my shit.
Kmart, back in the day, the CDs used to have these fucking big old plastic
Oh,
things.
yeah.
I used to think that they were alarms.
Yeah.
Till the day I said, fuck that, I'm going to steal one. And I put that whole fucking giant thing in my pants. Like 3 of them. And then you walk out and shit, no alarm
nothing
went off.
happens.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, you get out to the car and you fucking cut that thing off.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
the
break
whole
it
time
open.
we used to take them to Sousers.
Yeah.
Sousers like, why are you guys coming in here every fucking day with the newest releases
Yo,
and
because
shit?
Sam Goody's getting fucked up. That's why.
Right?
Yeah.
With the new releases and shit. But that's
Still got the
right?
stickers on it and shit. Yeah,
They-
it was
they
fucking
paid you.
great.
Yeah, well, we wanted music. We
Yeah.
wanted music bad. So.
Yeah, man.
And we wanted money.
So with the stuff that you're going to be doing, are you going to have like beat guys coming, like beat makers come in and do that
we
stuff too?
eventually
Because that
wanna
stuff
have-
is really cool to me.
we
Guys that
eventually-
actually make beats like
Yes,
live. Like
we
my buddy
eventually
Matt
wanna-
Elkins. Shout out to Matt Elkins, dude. He's a fucking big. He does that stuff in Denver.
Yeah,
He
you see
does-
the dude on drum machines.
Yeah,
man.
drum
The
machine
motherfuckers
shit,
like,
live drum
yeah.
machine beats.
We eventually are.
You wanna get into that?
Yeah, this is going to be our first one, so we're just going to let it
And
organically grow.
When we first started talking about it, he's like, "Hey, I don't like." He's like, "I want to do it like in the end of April," and I went, "Why?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "Well, I want to be able to get it out there and start doing this and that and the other and start promoting it." And I'm all,
Yeah,
"It doesn't
start
cost
doing
us
it. Start
anything.
doing it,
It
yeah.
doesn't cost anything. Let's just do it on the 28th."
Right. And,
You know?
I think I was, for that reason, I didn't want, I don't know if you think nowadays like a bunch of people being there or not a lot of people being there is like a failure. But it's not. If you I don't give a fuck if it's 5 of us in there and we all feel the same way about this shit, that's a success.
Dude, the fucking not trying shit kills me now. I was just talking about this with a buddy. Like people that fucking are too scared to try, I have zero fucking time for anymore. You can fail all day long, but at least you're fucking trying, dude. You know, and eventually we'll look at this podcast. I mean, we're still not fucking killing it, but 5 years we've been here doing this every fucking week, and we're doing pretty good now. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I've seen the progression.
you know what I
so,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it just I can't fucking stand people who are too scared to try. You know what I mean? Like,
And I
you know.
fall into that sometimes.
We
And-
all
but that's
do.
What,
We
why,
all
why,
do.
Why Jay, he let me know, like, what the fuck you talking about? I'm like, man, we're going to wait till, like, April, we're going to wait till June. He's like, nah, motherfucker,
Yeah.
we're going
Yeah,
to do
let's
this
do it
shit
now.
next week.
Yeah.
And it'll be okay.
well,
And-
and that's one of those things you got to do it to do it. You know what I mean? You got to just start getting people there and getting people, you know what I mean? Or,
It's
or
funny
just
that you
holding it.
you asked about the beats because that's what I was thinking about that earlier today when I was riding around. I was like, you got to figure out something. So we got somebody
beat
doing
battles.
beats.
We got to do beat battles.
Beat battles would be sick.
We got to do regular rap battles. There's like no rap battle leagues in the 805.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Imagine
Do you
a
know,
true
like,
fucking rap battle.
really,
like the real shit.
I'm not plugged in at all. Like MCs in this area. Any
I'm
good?
I'm
you wanna
connected to some of them.
Okay.
So there's
There's some really good ones, but there's not very many.
No,
Really?
they're not.
There's some
But
really good ones.
but-
Surrealist is good. You know, and there's a couple other cats out there.
Enzom is one of our homies. He's
what is it?
His name is Enzom.
Enzom,
Yeah,
okay.
he grew up rocking with us when
Okay.
we were older, and he's taking his shit and fucking and he's when you consider the best rapper in the 805, he's
in
on
there?
many people's list.
Oh,
And
really?
and I'm proud to say that that's family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's rappers out there, but we want to cultivate a culture of of rappers and people, MCs that we're going. Let's step our game up.
Yeah,
and to be able to just play good underground hip hop where people have it's not about breaking out bottles of Cristal and it's about to come hang out, have fun,
enjoy hip hop.
Enjoy that 420. Have a drink if you want or not, but just to come and hang out and have a good time and listen to good music. You know what I mean? And that's really the big point to it is like, however this transpires, my biggest goal is to just have a night where we play really good, non-mainstream hip hop, like the backpacker stuff that we've talked about and the new stuff that's out there that's more underground, positive, fun hip hop.
Right.
You know, I don't need to hear no mumble rap or none of that mainstream stuff. The only young I want to hear is Young MC.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear no Young Jeezy or Young. I don't know, man.
Young Jeezy's, we're not going to hear him, but Young Jeezy's,
yeah.
I fuck with Young Jeezy.
Okay,
but that's a different. That you're in a different vibe,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
But this ain't for what we about to do.
It's very funny the mumble rap shit because it was a big thing, obviously, and now I only hear people talk shit about it. You know what I mean? So it's like,
but it's become that's get off my lawn, you mumble rappers. Like you throw that into the mix of it, like back in my day, now these damn mumble rappers. Like okay, well let's get off the mumble rappers. This is like fucking whack shit is whack shit.
Yeah,
we don't like whack.
I wonder because I watched a lot of those guys. They got very popular, right? But then they would get invited to do a fucking verse on a song with a true hip hop artist and couldn't fucking perform. You know what I mean? Like they they can't keep up. The skill set is rapping. You know what I mean? And when you don't have the fucking skill set, but you have a song that hits real hard,
the skill set isn't rapping. The skill set's
Well,
sure.
I
mean that's performing. It's all the it's all in one.
Young Thug is a mumble rapper, but you know what? I like Young Thug.
Sure, yeah.
Lil Yachty is a mumble rapper. Not all of this shit is the best.
Of course.
But there's some Lil Yachty shit that I'm like,
you got it.
He's a talented motherfucker. I'm not gonna be rolling around banging it all day, but it's just a weird. There are mumble rappers that are just
trash,
horrible,
dog shit.
But there are some that are on a higher pedestal, as they should be because they're talented people. Yeah. Maybe they got college degrees and maybe they know what the fuck they're doing and they're mumbling for a reason because they know mumbling is
going to get them paid.
Is where the money comes.
Money mumbling.
Exactly.
Yeah. What
lazy delivery to capitalize.
Yeah, it's a wild.
It's like
thing
how can I dumb this shit down?
It was a
fucking...
Snoop I watched not too long ago that was just talking shit about mumble rapping, and somebody kind of said something, was talking shit about hip hop and like about these old dudes and shit, and Snoop was just like, "Oh yeah, these guys got talent," and he just started doing their cadence and doing all of it, and then just changing his inflection, and then just kind of laughed. And said, "Yeah, you guys got this.
That's easy. That's easy work. Like, come on.
What about how do we feel about British rappers, dude?
Oh, dude, they fucking slay.
Do you like British hip hop?
Hell yeah.
I like British fucking R&B.
Do you?
There's some good British rappers. Man.
British.
The only reason I brought this up because I just watched a video of Ari Spears.
I agree.
Ari Spears, a comedian, fucking just dunking on British rappers, and it was the funniest thing I've ever heard. Because some of it I like. I don't know a lot of it.
Yeah, I like some of it.
But some of it sounds ridiculous. You know what I mean?
It's, these fuckers got an accent. But all these British rappers acting super gangster. Like there's these fucking, what are they called in the London towns? The things
hold on. Just so you'd understand. Hold on, but just so long as you understand, that's no joke.
Yeah,
I mean it's those guys.
I would get
like
if I went to their hood, they'd be like, "Yeah, motherfucker, you thought we was playing?"
Dude. Yeah,
it's not people. Over there, man. There's
a lot of neighborhoods that are and they fight.
Yeah,
right. They fight a lot. They have no problem throwing hands. None. I had a guy I was working with out here, and he was London or someplace, but wherever he was from was pretty damn ghetto. And we would hang out and you could hardly understand him, man. He was really, really tough to get. And we were working out at the power plant out there and it was getting close to the end of the shutdown. And he all of a sudden realized that he was getting deported back to England. And that dude, next time I saw him, he was jogging and I'm all like, what the fuck's going on? He goes, bro, when I left, I didn't think I was going back.
So I burned a
He
lot
goes,
of
when I get back there,
I
got
ready.
some shit to go. Yeah, that's exactly what he said. He goes, I get back there, I got to be ready.
To go home
Yeah.
and shit.
Started doing some
what
rookie
the fuck?
training, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, it goes back to wherever your environment or your community is like you can't sit there and like our ghettos are way more hardcore than the ghettos in India. You know what I mean? Because those ghettos in India are just as crazy.
Boy, you think
you know what I
ghetto,
mean?
right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so now you see these British rappers who are speaking, they're telling the stories. They're the ghetto reporters.
I like
as
it.
NWA, and
Right.
they're telling us about the ghettos, and we're kind of unfamiliar, just like maybe somebody on the East Coast was unfamiliar about what Compton was, and now we have NWA telling you all about Compton. Now we got these British rappers telling us all about the hoods out there.
Sure.
and
Antwer.
That's one thing. Yeah.
Antwer. Is it Antwer from South Africa?
Antwer, Diantwer.
Diantwer.
Those
That
two,
dude.
Those two guys.
I
were
mean,
wild.
he was kind of a rapper in a
Yeah,
way.
no,
You know
he's
what
a
I mean?
rapper.
And he was telling a crazy ass story
Yeah.
about where he came from. I listened to this
That
shit from
documentary
Britain.
is
I listened to
crazy
this
on
stuff from France. I listened to stuff from all over the place, man.
Yeah.
Especially like a lot of that stuff's got some smooth ass beats. Like you were talking about the British stuff and the R&B. That British R&B dude is
they stole our soul.
and
The British soul singers are killing it right
Yeah.
now. You'll be like, holy shit, okay.
Yeah,
She's
the only
dope,
reason I
so-
brought up the British shit is because just the cadence that did it bop 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 like the things that Ari Spears was killing me, dude, with his impression.
Yeah, no,
I was like,
there's
I'm sure they're talented.
Yeah,
you know
there's
what I mean?
artists that I fuck with.
It's just a fucking. It's so. It
And
sounded so
it
fucking
could also
silly.
a lot of it could be because a lot of Jamaicans and a lot of people from Jamaica and all those islands and stuff, they all go to England.
And the crazy thing
Yeah.
is too, you see a lot of these is all the white guys and shit from British. You got a British accent, you white, you can't be what you talking about money and shit and guns and stuff like that. But like you said, roll up on them.
Yeah.
See what
See
what
what
we're
happens,
talking
yeah.
about.
There's a podcast I listened to or used to listen to, and then it got to be too commercial. But it was a guy named Sean Atwood, and he had like all these British gangsters on there, and wild.
Right? It's
Just
probably crazy.
wild,
It's
man.
probably just a crazy culture. I
bet.
want to fucking start digging
I mean,
into it.
not a
And
lot
let's
of
get
gun
real
stuff.
deep with the,
Not as much gun stuff.
Yeah, hooligans
but
and shit like that. They like to scrap. They'll fucking headbutt your ass.
That's what these guys are like. No, man, we'd go in there with a baseball bat. We'd go in there with
they'd
a
be
knife.
cracking
We'd,
bottles and shit.
Yeah.
They
And then
fucking
the
roll
real
up.
gangsters had guns too. But they're still,
Fucking lock, stock,
they're
and
moving pounds.
smoking
They're doing.
barrels and
Oh
shit.
man, I love that movie.
Right, the one
that.
main character and shit like that. That was a real gangster motherfucker.
Yeah,
He had
legit.
to-
Yeah. That all those movies have legit gangsters in it.
Right, because you can tell that
Yeah.
if you knew those characters were written off of fucking
Real
like
people.
a real gangster and
yeah.
shit. Like okay, and that's what I think about when I think about a gangster motherfucker. I'm like, that's probably like old boy from Lock, Stock, and Smoking Barrels and shit coming
Yeah.
fucking boom with a little club and shit. Pop.
Yeah,
Yep.
dude.
Yeah.
Bullet Tooth Tony. From Snatch, dude.
Yeah, yes,
That's a bad motherfucker, dude. Yeah.
He was in all of them. He might.
Yeah,
have
he
been.
was,
think
yeah,
he
he had a
was the
good
same.
run.
Yeah,
He had
yeah.
a good run. And I don't know if
That's a
the
great
early
fucking movie.
2000s.
I gotta watch
Like
Snatch,
if you needed a gangster, you had that fucking guy in the movies. Now he was one
Yeah.
of my
He's a
favorite dudes.
definition of mean mugging.
Yeah,
dude.
where is he? Where is he now?
I'm sure he's
No,
doing
I-
just fine. Yeah.
I thought I just saw recently. I just saw him in some sort of series or movie.
Oh, really?
I mean, it might have been something because I'm so bad with that shit. It could have been something from 5 years ago that I
Yeah.
just saw, but I just seen something with him and his kid or something. But yeah, he's so good, dude.
Yeah.
He had a nice run.
What are
Yeah.
what are some things you're listening to right now that you just can't fucking stop listening to? Doesn't have to be new or what old. whatever.
I fuck with a lot of Griselda, like Benny the Butcher,
Okay.
Flea Lord, Conway, West Side Gun, like because it's drug rap. They talk a lot about selling dope. They sell guns, prison, shit like that. So it's dope. So that's shit that I'm fucking with. But I am all over the place, man. I have my playlist, and I tell people this all the time. Apple Music is kind of dope because they really fucking know me. My Apple Music will spit out some shit to me. They're like, you'll probably like this, and he's
They're pretty close.
pretty
yeah.
close.
Those
So, like this
algorithms-
motherfucker,
Spotify's for
that
me is
algorithm
crazy, dude.
fucking
Yeah.
knows me because it just gives me dope shit, and I'm fucking with Griselda. I'm fucking with anything that Alchemist
Okay.
Yeah.
is producing.
Yeah.
Alchemist is fucking. You cannot fucking lose. That motherfucker. He was about to produce an Erykah Badu album.
That's what I
coming
just
out.
read that. Yeah,
that
that's
shit is
wild.
probably gonna be fucking
That's
hard.
gonna be a good record.
Yeah.
The
So
Alchemist has been doing this shit for how fucking long, bro?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
To
It's
be doing it this
crazy.
long is amazing because he don't miss still. After
Yeah.
all these fucking years, you would think, okay, now you're gonna start having some whack shit. Nah, he's the and he can fucking rap.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Alchemist and Hit Boy. In Hit Boy, you know, he does some more, you know, mainstream shit, but they had a song where it's called Slipping in the Darkness, where Hit Boy raps over Alchemist beat, Alchemist raps over Hit Boy
Oh,
beat.
that's cool.
And that fucking song is, I think the year it came out, it was the Get Off My Lawn #1 song of the year. On
Really?
my top 100.
Wow.
But Alchemist, anything Alchemist does, fucking, and you know, I still venture off into these little LA type of rappers, fucking, you know, and I don't. Larry June ain't from L.A., but Larry June, fucking, he's somebody that I fuck with. Buddy, there's another rapper called Buddy where he's from L.A., but he's a weed rapper, but he's a party rapper, but he's just a L.A. dude, fun guy. Like
Yeah.
he's
Just
like,
having a good
yeah,
time.
he's just
Yeah.
having a good time, and I love Buddy. Like he's been one of my favorite rappers that I've been rocking with for years.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I gotta, because I get so out of the loop. I find like these weird things, like Toby Nagiwi right now.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fucking. I can't stop listening.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good and fascinating and
yes.
raw and like
Yep.
weird. You know, Prof is another big one. I talk about that guy all the
Toby
time.
Nagiwi, he's on a TV show called Mo.
Yeah.
on
Yeah, yeah.
Netflix.
Totally, yeah.
I tripped. I was watching it
Yeah.
the other day. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's a pretty good show.
Yeah, it's
Mo.
it's a great show.
He was in that new Transformers too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty wild. But I find out about this weird shit, and then I get really in. Like my kids showed me Doechii not too long ago, and then I saw her Tiny Desk concert. I was like, holy
Yep.
shit, dude!
Killed it.
That
TD.
shit can fucking rap, dude.
Yeah, TDE. Like she's definitely one of her influences is Kendrick. And Kendrick is showing. He's not showing them. He just surrounds himself with people that he knows or people that are watching him and like, let me kind of fucking
Yeah.
pop it off like him. Like if you look at TDE, like Ab-Soul does not get the fucking credit that I believe he should get. Ab-Soul is a dope ass fucking rapper. He's just
Never even
as
heard
good
it.
as
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
he's with TDE. He's just as good as fucking Kendrick. And his delivery is crazy. His mind is fucking is just different.
Yeah.
Even with Schoolboy Q. Schoolboy Q might not be. He's more of a gangster, the Crip guy of the thing, but he's deep. His shit is fucking hard too. So you know, TDE is you know, Black Hippie is the album that I tell everybody that we're really going to be missing because that was Kendrick Lamar, that's J Rock, that's Ab-Soul and who am I? And Schoolboy Q, 4 of them called Black Hippie.
Really?
I seen Black Hippie at Rock the Bells many years ago.
Wow.
They were just there for that show, but that's like one of those things. It's like the Chronic.
Sure.
It's like the Chronic too. Like
Yeah.
one thing that we want to see, but we might not ever see.
Right,
we might not
right.
ever get a Black Hippie album.
Wow, crazy man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Welcome to
So much for coming on. Where can everyone follow you? Where can we find all your
You can. I'm on Instagram, Jimmy Pendrix,
shit? Okay.
because you know my pen is.
That's
It's strong.
Jimmy Pendrix, it just makes sense. That's fucking genius.
So
dude.
that's my
damn it.
that's my
That's
writer
such a good one.
alias, Jimmy Pendrix.
okay.
So I'm on Jimmy Pendrix. I'm also on Old Head Clothing.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, all my events and everything is all through Old Head Clothing because I got coming up. This week we have the Backpack Society.
Okay.
Next week I have the record 805 Record Fair with G&G Music with my boy Yeti. It's a whole record fair. They're selling vinyls.
Oh,
we have
really?
vendors. And it's at Casa Agria.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Nice,
on
dude.
April 5th.
See, that's the shit we should be showing up to.
Yeah.
Jay.
We'll be in
No, it's going to
Denver.
be live. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Damn
You
it,
guys
we'll be
come
in
through.
Denver. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come through.
That's cool.
And then on the 6th, with my boys at OSA Productions, we have an R&B brunch. So we have you come there at 11. It's all you can eat brunch. If you buy the ticket, we have Angelo who's playing the piano for the first
Nice.
hours, and then after that, it goes on to a full-on day party. All 80s, 90s R&B. We throw out blow up microphones, people singing,
Hell yeah.
people. It's a sing along type of deal. So
where's that at?
that's at the Wagon Wheel Brewery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're in the back. We're in the back patio,
cool.
so it's a dope vibe.
That's
and
neat.
those are all all the events that I'm doing. Jimmy Pendrix on Instagram, 805 Brunch on Instagram, and Old Head Clothing.
Fuck yeah, man.
And get off my lawn.
Oh, get off my lawn! Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
I forget about that.
You got a lot of
sometimes.
things going on,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I can't tell you how many
Yeah.
how many times throughout the week Get Off My Lawn will post, today is Common's birthday and
or this album dropped. Yeah,
this
yeah.
And
It's
then
all
I'll be like,
anniversaries.
I'll start immediately. I'll go like, oh yeah, shit, fuck.
Let me play that.
Put it on there.
Yeah, let me
let's
play that.
listen to that.
That's
you know?
beautiful, man. Just
Good
to
one
keep
today,
reminding
yeah.
people, you know.
Chi Ali album, man, which was a great album in the '90s that people forget about. Like today was the anniversary, but that's the type of shit I remember it. And
Yeah.
I'll go fucking play it today.
And wait, so you're just remembering shit like that?
No,
Or you're looking at it.
No,
I mean, some of it'll pop in, I'm sure, but-
Get Off My Lawn. I have been doing Get Off My Lawn for the past 7 years.
Okay.
So I'm slowly making this database. So I have it
Sure.
on the calendar.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you look on my calendar, it says today. What is today? Today, so-and-so birthday, his birthday, this album came
Wow,
out,
that's
this album
crazy.
came out, this album came out. So I just post that based on every day. So, you know.
Yeah, it's a
360.
great.
That's wild.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's. I look forward to it every day.
What a fucking good
Yeah.
deal, man. Well, dude, thanks so much for coming on, man. It was
Appreciate
awesome
you guys, man.
to hang out with you guys.
So we have our party coming up, or we have our 500th episode.
5 year,
5 year.
yeah,
5-year episode.
5-year episode. It's,
I don't know what's going on with my
500, I
head
was like,
today,
holy
bro.
shit,
My
that's
head
a
has
lot.
been
well,
foggy
about
as
250.
shit
I
today.
missed.
Yeah. 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years, man. 5 years of this podcast. We're doing we'll be streaming on YouTube live Sunday, probably about 12 p.m. ish. So if you're not doing anything, put it on in the background. It's going to be a bunch of debauchery. A bunch of guests are going to be stopping by. Guests from the very, very past all the way up to the future. We're going to be having a really good time. So look out for the link there. That will be this Sunday, the 30th. And you will probably find us later on at the bar hanging out with him.
Yep. Backpack
at the
Society.
Backpack Society.
What
So-
time's that starting? 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock,
There you go.
4 or 5 o'clock.
We'll be well
Whenever
liquored
y'all
by then.
done is when it starts.
Yeah,
We'll be well liquored
All right.
by then.
Yeah.
It'll be beautiful. Also, check out our sponsors, Dead Man's Beard Co., best goddamn beard products on planet Earth. Use our link in our bio to get yourself a discount, and also we get a little bit of money for that, so we like that. And Balcom Canyon Cider, go ahead and hold that up, Jay. There you
No,
go.
this is good. This is good shit.
Yeah, man.
For
Local
sure.
Ventura company. They are shaking up the game as far as ciders go, and we're very excited to have them
This
on.
hibiscus one is so good.
is very good.
I love
Yeah,
it.
I
Crafted
like
for a cause.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, we're out of here. See you Sunday.